one thing that Usborne really excels in is helping kids learn and have fun while doing it. So this is our Listen and Learn First Spanish Words book. And it comes with a little flap, and it's got all these different cards. Like this is about different parts of the body. And I actually have the animals in there. So you press go. And it has the word in Spanish and in English. But then it says it, which helps learn the pronunciation. And so we do have this in English and Chinese if you want to check those out. Then we have 199 animals. And I love this book because the pages are thicker, which makes it more durable. But then I love the eyes. Kids love looking at faces, and some of these animals can be kind of scary, but look at the eyes. The eyes make it so adorable. And so it goes through a bunch of different animals. Then we have Americanly, and if you have our Animally book, this is just like it. Again, you've got the thicker pages, so it's more durable, but this, I love this. I'm a former geography teacher, and so this makes me super happy. It takes you through different landmarks and regions and areas in the United States. And so like this one, I love you continuously, like Seattle's rain. And even I love you diversely, like the Texas Big Bend. And so this, not only is it such the sweetest book, but it will help them learn about different parts of the United States. I love you strikingly, like the Golden Gate Bridge. And my son is obsessed with Godzilla, and when I read this the first time, he's 2, he basically said, oh, Chomp Chomp knocked it down. So he's associating it, which made me really happy. Then we have Count to 100. And not only are the illustrations in this book absolutely gorgeous, and again, it's thicker paper. But what I love is that when you get further into the numbers, it helps you learn how to count. Because if we are counting to higher numbers, we don't necessarily count on our fingers or one by one. So like this page, with 5 birds on a branch, how many are on this side? And so it groups them into 5s. And so it gives those skills in order to count to higher numbers. And it asks little questions like, can you find a fish wearing a necklace? Which is fun. Then the very last page I love because the stars actually glow. And so you have to find which one of these, each one has 10 stars on it, but one of them doesn't, and so they have to find it. So a lot of fun. Then when they're ready to write their numbers, we have a brand new white, clean book, writing numbers. And this is great because they will not only trace in the different pictures, but then at the very bottom, they can practice. So like you'll see dotted lines for 5, and then they practice. And again, we have another new one, words to copy, and it takes them through different words that they can practice writing, just some basic words. And we have white clean books for just about everything. And in fact, you can use white clean crayons if you don't want your kids to have markers. Okay, I geek out whenever I get one of these books because again, geography teacher. This is my very first Our World book, and it brings your child through basic terms of landscapes, anything to do with the world. Again, it's got the thicker pages, which makes it durable. Here's changing seasons, and then it even takes them through different regions. So we've got rainforests, the poles, and different animals that are there. So a lot of fun. Gives us some of the back pages. Volcanoes. So this is a really great book. Earthquakes. Great intro book. And then for a little bit more advanced, we have Big Picture Atlas. And this one starts out with the entire world, but then it breaks down to different regions. So here's Russia, and it has little pictures and descriptions for each area of the world. And so it's not too overwhelming. We've got Northern Africa. And so a fun way to learn about the world. Here's the Caribbean. So wonderful book. Then this one is hilarious. It's Lift the Flap. Very first questions, what is poop? And for someone with a potty training child, this is wonderful. So not only does it talk about what it is, but then it goes through who does it. I love this. The animal. How much poop does an elephant do? That's a lot of poop. And even towards the end, oh, it shows you exactly what happens when you go. And then at the end, you have to find out whose it is. So which poop looks like toffee? Hilarious book. Then I wish I had this whenever I was teaching. Questions and answers about time. It's another Lift the Flap book. And kids, time is such a hard concept. And so this really breaks it down into chunks. So why do we have leap years? Because the Earth's orbit is actually 365 and 1/4. And so you've got what's a timeline. So a bunch of information on here. And then this last one, Astronaut Academy, is tons of fun. Not only does it take you through different parts of becoming an astronaut, but there's little challenges. And so you go through, here's Meet the Crew, Mission Specialist. You go through and you try to beat each challenge. So here's hand-eye coordination. And then here is all about Mars and different things that you can do. And then at the vendor, oh, I love this one. Design your mission patch. And then at the very end, there's a game that you can play. So lots of fun ways to learn.